folks, happy Monday morning. Well, it's your Monday morning. I'm filming this here over the weekend. Hope you all have a great week this week. Have a safe week this week, please. What I'm going to do today, I've looked for it. I've not found anything on the internet or anything like that there, but it's tobacco salve. Now, whether it works or not, I don't know. This is going to be sort of an experiment. This past year, when we was ordering seeds, I ordered it's wild, it's native tobacco. I'd never grew any of that before. Years ago, back in the early 90s, well, Grandpa was way before then, but when I got started doing it, it was in the early 90s. We grew burley tobacco. And completely different from what this is here. Here's a little bit of the leaves right here. But what I was going to do, used to, if you got stung or spider bite, mosquito bite, you could moisten tobacco and put on there, and you could tell the welt, it would go down almost instantly. It would almost quit hurting instantly. And that's why when I seen they had tobacco seed there this year here, told Carolyn, I said, we're going to get some and just grow enough just to try that there to see if it works. And it should. Now, back years ago I used to dip. I dipped for probably 20 years. And I just quit cold turkey. Actually, what I did to quit, it was snuff that I used. I changed over and put coffee inside my snuff can, and didn't have no withdrawals or anything like that there. Just what I would do, just reach in there, grab a hold of my snuff can, put some of that there. Worked the whole, I first tried stopping with candy. That didn't work. But the coffee, then it was no trouble quitting the coffee then. Of course, I still drink coffee, but okay, we got off subject now. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. But what I'm going to do, we made, last year, year before last, we made plantain salve. And we're going to do it basically the same way. We've got 1 cup of olive oil. We've got 1/4 cup of beeswax here. And then after it cools a little bit, we'll put in 6 drops of vitamin E. But I'm also going to put in just a little bit of plantain. Both of those should work together, helping with your bite, because it's a drawing. Plantain salve is like a drawing salve. And I'm thinking the way the tobacco used to, I mean, if you get stung, like I said, back at that time though, you had tobacco, I could just get it out, put some on it. Or my dad, he had, you know, chewing tobacco. He could give me some, Grandpa. But a lot of people don't use that stuff anymore. And that's why I wanted to try with the salve. After I get it made, there's a couple guys, good friends I work with. They both have bees. Of course, it's getting the time of year now. They'll have to wait till next year to hopefully use it there. But
hope they don't get stung.
Pardon?
Hope they don't get stung.
Yeah, I hope you guys don't get stung. Yeah, Carolyn. Yeah, I'm not wanting you to get stung, but if you do get stung, you've got something to try here. Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But it's real simple to make. I guess we're going to do it like we did the plantain. And what we'll do, this is a double boiler. We'll pour oil in here. You put water in the bottom. Now you can do the same thing. When we made the plantain salve, we just took a bowl or a pot and put a bowl on top, put the water in the bottom, and heated it up that way. Carolyn got to thinking she had one of these here, and so this is the way we'll do it this time. You don't put this in until after you get done draining everything. What we'll do, we'll take a sieve, pour it through it there, and told Carolyn may actually keep a couple things of the tobacco and crumble it up in it where it's sort of mixed up into the salve a little bit there. We'll see there when we get to that point. But what we'll do, we'll put this after we get everything put in this pot. We'll put it on the stove and let it cook for about an hour. And then what we'll do, we'll let it sit there for about an hour. And then we'll drain it and get all the big pieces out of it. And then we'll heat it just a little bit more and put our beeswax in it. And we'll let it cool off before we put this here, the vitamin E. So let's get started. We'll pour our cup of olive oil in here first. And then what I'm going to do, we'll crumble up this tobacco down in here. Now, like I said, in my head this should work. But like I said, used to there, you'd be out working, get bee stung or spider bit, and it would just take the welt down right now. Y'all leave in the comments anybody where their mom or dad, grandparents used to do that. People that used to smoke, you could just moisten the back up with that there. And if this works, you could always just go and get you some, like a pack of old cheap chewing tobacco or whatever, and make your own salve. We'll get this here mixed up here real good. And like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of plantain to it also. Alrighty. Now, Carolyn must have used that sealer on that there.
We're not doctors.
Do what?
We're not doctors.
No, that's right. In no way, shape, or form are we anything in the medical field. No doctor, nothing.
Do your own research.
Do your own research and homework. We don't want to get nobody hurt or anything like that there. As always, do your own research, folks. Alrighty. Now, what I'll do, I'm going to run some water down the bottom of this. We'll set it on the stove, and we won't be boring you. We'll show you when we get to the next steps. Alrighty. We let it sit there for an hour. We cooked it for an hour, and then we let it sit there and cool off for an hour. Now, what I'll do, set this to the side here. Let's get this here, get all of our goodness out of there. And then what I'll do, let me get us a spoon. Okay. Now we'll just mash all the oil. We don't want to mash too hard and tear up Carolyn's thing and get in trouble. Okay, now We can throw this here out. I think we got all the oil out of it there now. We'll show you the next step. What we're going to do, we're going to put this back into her. There's a little bit down in there. That's fine. What we'll do, we'll put it back in the double boiler. Let it warm back up some. And then we'll put our wax down inside there. Alright. Pull this here back down in there. Bring it back to a boil. See what, just a little bit. We'll get out what we can there. And at the end of the video, Carolyn will have links to all the other salves we've made over the years here. And remember, well, let me get back over here closer to you. Remember, we're not going to add the vitamin E until it cools back off. Putting in a 1/4 cup beeswax here. As soon as I get it all out of here. It's a little warm in here this evening. We had to build a fire. Fall is definitely here. Okay, now we'll let that melt, and then we'll let it cool back off, and then we'll pour it into our tins after we put the vitamin E in there, after it cools. Alrighty, now we've let it cool off. We've added our beeswax to it there, and now we're getting ready to add 6 drops of vitamin E. Vitamin E will also help keep it from the oil going rancid. Do one more just to be on the safe side. Okay. Alrighty. Also, vitamin E is great for your skin also. Just give it a stir, mix it all up here. These little tins here, we picked ours up at the Dollar Tree. They got bigger ones and smaller ones. They may have other ones at yours, I don't know. All I know is they're hard to find. As soon as they get them in, they disappear off shelves pretty quick. Alrighty. Now, I'm going to try to carefully, I've got me a towel here for when Doug messes up and spills it. Okay. There was one little drop hit. You can see here where it's hit the table and cooled off quick. That's about the right consistency you want. Okay, let's finish pouring here. Alrighty. Got the 4 little ones. Now let's get one of the bigger ones. This may be big enough to take care of the rest of the... Perfect. Now, you just let it cool off now. Just leave it sitting still, and it'll harden up and turn into a salve. And like I said, Carolyn will have the rest of the videos there at the very end, the links to them. And you can check out our other salves that Carolyn's made. Folks, I'd like to thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all have a blessed week. Lord willing, be seeing you Wednesday. Stay safe. It's bad times out there right now. Thank you for watching. And also, folks, Let your salve cool off completely. Let it harden up completely before you put the lids on. It will condensate inside, you know, where the lid's a little bit cooler, and then the heat there. Anytime like that there, that's an enemy. It'll cause it to spoil quicker. Liquid like that there, water. Alrighty, thank you. Alrighty, folks. It's cooled off now. And there you have it in the tins. Hopefully it'll work. Thank you for watching.